Welcome to a presentation by me about why the XM800T is the best tank in War Thunder. Let's begin. So I'm just gonna fast forward, and this was recorded in War Thunder replay, so a little consistency. So right now, this is just gonna be me driving to where I'm going to sit for the first part of the game. I use sit loosely. I'm gonna be driving around a lot. If you look in the top left, the green number in the top left with SPD, that would be my current speed. And I am going about 71 kilometers an hour. I will not be translating that to American because I just don't really want to do conversions right now. So here, on this specific variation of the map, the capture point is in the middle. If you look at the bottom right, you'll find my minimap. So I'm going to try and flank around and catch enemies from the side because the XM800T is not the best at the frontally attacking tanks. It's better suited for a side shot. Here, there's two engines you can use. One, well, not really an engine, but one is the sound of a helicopter, but the other one is an enemy engine on the other side of these buildings. I look over to my left, then I hear an engine to my right, and voila, a leopard. Thankfully, he didn't notice me, so I got to kill him before he got to kill me, or flank around and kill my team, and then I flank around to go kill the tank that I heard. There it is, another leopard. Leopards are the perfect food for an XM800T because the side and rear of a leopard is so much weaker than, say, like a Russian main battle tank, the T-55 or T-54, or the American main battle tank, the M48 or M60 Pattons. Here, I'm just patrolling the city, trying to scan for any threats that might have made it past me. So, I'm still patrolling the city, but I'm starting to get bored, and so I'm probably gonna go rush the enemies. So, we'll see how that turns out for me. Here we go. I decide that I am thoroughly bored with sitting in the city patrolling it, and it is time to go kill everyone that I can find, if I can. And I fully expected to die because the enemy spawn is right there, so it's going to be a little sketchy. here I spot an EBR. So, and then I noticed that there's still a and then there's an STRV-103. I turned him to paste. Leopards are the XM800T's favorite food. So, more food. So there's 2 engines in front of me, and they sound German, so more free food. And look at that, a Marder A1, A3, what if we do? And the Leopard. And just look at that. So here I take a pause to try and get the stat card, but above my hotbar in the bottom middle, you can see my mouse hovering around it. You can see what my stats are. So, currently have 9 kills and at 400 spawn points away from a nuke. So, about 4 kills? 3 to 4 kills away from a nuke. So again, I'm just looking at who was shot, since I forgot, since I turned the player tags, all player tags off, so that you can't see the enemy through the walls. Of course, you can't do that. Turn it off so you can't see. Now, some of my shots may have looked like they went into the dirt, but that's because the War Thunder replay is a little janky. So that's fun. And if you look at the bottom middle again, you'll see I'm at 2200 spawn points, so yeah. Get about 2 or 3 more kills. Probably should have sped it up here. I'm just looking for targets. Not very interesting. So right here I see the muzzle flash and I scout the target. Unfortunately, the hotbar doesn't actually show the scouting in replay. I'll show you the battle logs. It will say I got the award intelligence, which means somebody killed the target I scouted. Now I hear an autocannon, so I decide to go chase it down. Most autocannon tanks are pretty squishy, which is perfect for the XM800T to kill. And unfortunately, it was a poor little guy who brought the USH-204 GK. I think that's the SPAA. So it didn't really give me that many spawn points, and underestimated how much was required for a dupe. In the moment, I thought it was 2400 instead of 2500 spawn points. So even a death would have given me enough spawn points. But thankfully, I had noticed a little movement of the corner of my screen, so I went to tore him up a little bit. He does manage to escape behind the rock. Right about now. Yep. So now I have a nuke, but you can see in the top middle, their tickets aren't looking the best. If the enemy's tickets deplete to 0, the enemy loses. If your tickets deplete to 0, you lose. Color-coded, blue is friendly, red is enemy. That's just basic. But I know if you look at the chat, I note that I don't actually have enough time to drop the nuke, but it's just a nice novelty that I was able to reach a nuke, since that's not too easy. But yeah, that assist is what finally got me the nuke, and I'm just messing around with replay sensors, because it really doesn't matter at this point. I was getting bored in replay. And the game will end now. That will be it for this iteration of nuking the enemies. Well, caught everybody, really. So, see you sometime. I don't know if you'll come back and watch.